This is Mrs. Martha Freegard. She operates a bookmobile, one of over 60 typical libraries on wheels in Missouri. During the month it takes to service its 3 counties, this bookmobile, sponsored by the Ozark Regional Library in Ironton, will circulate over 7,000 books and travel over 1,000 miles. The bookmobile's run starts early in the morning. By nightfall, with a depleted stock of books, the bookmobile will be back in Ironton, ready to load up for another day's run. This bookmobile covers part of the scenic southeastern Ozark country, where hills are tree-covered and the scenery is a delight to the eye in all directions. In spring, the hills are dotted with redbud and dogwood, the ground laced with wildflowers. Before this bookmobile service was started in 1948, books were almost inaccessible to the majority of the people. Now, things have changed. This traveling library serves 3 of these scenic Ozark counties: Iron, Crawford, and Madison. To the members of the younger generation, books mean adventure, and lucky is the boy who can trade books with a sister between visits of the library. Through the magic of the printed pages, these children share an understanding of the world that exists beyond their colorful hills. To members of the older generation, the books bring new methods to make their work easier. And romantic novels of far-off places to enrich their leisure hours. The printed word is one of our most priceless heritages. Through the printed word, all of the accumulated knowledge of the past is available to us, the wisdom of the ages. In the large cities of Missouri, libraries serve the needs of the people. The small communities in rural areas need a different kind of library service based on a simple principle. If you can't take the people to the books, take the books to the people. There are no age limits. From the time a child is old enough to look at pictures, a book holds a fascination and an appeal that nothing else can replace. To these people, the bookmobile librarian is an old friend come calling once again. She brings news of activities in the towns and hamlets throughout the county she serves, and, more important, welcome suggestions on new and interesting books to read. Many rural people who come to know the bookmobile librarian value her reading suggestions almost as much as the books themselves. All of the books checked out of the rolling library stay a month until the next visit. Well over 200 stops are made each month by the Ozark Regional Library Bookmobile at schools, stores, and farm homes. During that time, many of the books will pass from hand to hand, from neighbor to neighbor, until almost the whole community has shared them. This is Fritz Jones, the driver on the bookmobile's daily rounds through the area it serves. Many of the roads a bookmobile travels are country lanes that see very little traffic the year round. Only when the country roads are completely impassable does the bookmobile ever miss its schedule. The bookmobile has something for everybody, even those who've not yet learned to read.
Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats named Gruff. Now, I think all of you have seen billy goats. You know how they have long, pointy horns and long beards on the end of their chin. Well, these 3 billy goats lived together on a mountainside. And there wasn't very much to eat on that mountainside because it was mostly rocks. But across from the mountain there was a great big pasture of nice, tender green grass. And to get to this pasture, the 3 billy goats had to cross over a bridge. And under the bridge lived a big, bad troll. Well, one day, trip-trap, went the first little billy goat Gruff across the bridge. "Aha! Who's that?" cried the great big troll. "It's only littlest billy goat Gruff." "Well, I'm going to come up and eat you," said the troll. "Oh, please don't eat me. Wait for my brother. He's coming, and he's much larger than I am." "All right," said the troll, and he rumbled.
The bookmobile is often the first link in a chain reaction. Scattered through the territory are branch libraries placed in stores, schools, and farm homes, much like the one the bookmobile is approaching. The woman coming down the front walk will maintain a circulating library for all of the people in her vicinity, giving them a wider choice of reading matter. She also takes their requests for specific books and picks them up from the bookmobile on its next swing around the circuit. After the bookmobile leaves, the neighbors will come to check the books out. The rural librarian is one of the busiest professional women in Missouri. Even during lunch, she will work on a book column for a local newspaper, while her driver, who knows hundreds of people along the circuit, will sit and talk about books. The librarian and the driver make the bookmobile a personalized thing, something that their patrons look at with affection as well as interest. Probably the most appreciative users of this bookmobile are the country schools that dot the landscape of the Ozark Hills. When the driver turns off the road, rolls into the schoolyard, and sounds his horn, it's a signal for a brief holiday. The children stream out of school for a chance to explore the infinite variety of old books that other children have read and liked, and a sampling of new books that will fire their imagination. Whatever the children's interest, history, adventures, science, or hobbies, they find books that will satisfy their desire to read. For school groups like this, the bookmobile carries a screen and a movie projector, bringing yet another medium of information and entertainment into the hills, educational movies. All of the bookmobile's films cover a variety of subjects: natural history, art, literature, and travel. The films usually run from 10 to 35 minutes. With them, classes are enlivened and learning becomes more interesting. This is the end of a day's run. And as it happens with the more than 60 other bookmobiles that serve Missouri from St. Joseph to the lead mining country, a very tired crew is coming home. Mrs. Freegard will be faced with more work this evening, typing up schedules of next week's run for the newspapers. Fritz Jones, the driver, will leave the bookmobile in a service station until tomorrow's run. Yes, there's nothing like the world of books. It has enriched every part of Missouri where library service has spread. It has become as indispensable as the other services of their local government. For the people of Missouri, this world of books, this world of the printed word is a chance to grow, a chance to travel, a chance to share the stored wisdom of the ages collected since the beginning of recorded history. And more people than ever have a share in this priceless world of books because of the simple principle behind one of the greatest innovations in Missouri library service. It is the guiding theme behind every rolling bookmobile. If you can't bring people to the library, take the library to the people.